PK tries to divorce wife Dorit Kemsley before they hit 10 years. Dorit Kemsley is done with her relationship with her husband PK. She expresses that her divorce has gone from bad to worse, and there is no chance of reconnection between the two. Her friend is accusing Paul Kemsley of trying to divorce her before their 10-year mark. Dorit and Paul Kemsley have a dramatic split. Season 14 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is heating up, especially with the messy and dramatic split between Dorit Kemsley and her husband Paul PK Kemsley. In an exclusive first look at the mid-season trailer, Dorit confirms that there is no chance of reconnection between the two. "If the man wants a divorce, we're getting a divorce," she says, making it clear that she is done with the relationship. The tension continues to build as Dorit discusses California's community property laws, which means that, in a divorce, assets would typically be split in half. Her co-star Erika Jayne drops a bomb, accusing PK of trying to finalize the divorce before reaching the 10-year mark, possibly to avoid sharing a larger portion of their wealth. Dorit's personal drama isn't the only conflict happening this season. A heated confrontation occurs between her and Sutton Stracke. In the trailer, Sutton angrily calls Dorit a b*******, and Dorit quickly comes back by saying, "Don't call me a b****** in my home." The situation escalates with Sutton taking jabs at Dorit's financial status, saying, "You need to pick up on somebody else whose wallet fits." Erika then steps in, accusing Sutton of pretending to be a friend while secretly working against everyone. Dorit and Kyle's tension has passed. Dorit's relationship with Kyle Richards seems to have softened. The two are seen laughing and hugging in the trailer, hinting that their past tension may have passed. However, Kyle's own struggles come into play as she navigates her breakup with Mauricio Umansky. A tearful moment between the exes shows Mauricio apologizing to Kyle, saying, "I would never want to hurt you on purpose," talking about the deep emotional pain they both feel. The season also teases some wild moments, including a trip to Street Lucia, a funny scene with Jennifer Tilly, and a chaotic moment with Kathy Hilton, who accidentally disrupts a fashion show by strolling onto the runway. Fans can expect more drama and twists as the season unfolds. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills continues to deliver all the drama, tension, and unexpected moments that keep viewers hooked. The show airs every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Do you think Dorit's divorce will finalize before their 10-year mark? Is Paul Kemsley really trying to take more than his half? Dorit Kemsley sat in her expansive Encino living room, sunlight glinting off the glass coffee table littered with a kaleidoscope of Chanel catalogs and Hermes scarves. The world outside was serene, but inside her mind a storm brewed. She had sensed something was off with PK lately, his abrupt trips to London, the secretive phone calls, and most damning of all, the missing intimacy in their marriage. Dorit was no stranger to drama, but the text she had just received from her lawyer threatened to flip her entire world upside down. "Dorit, darling, we need to talk," read the cryptic message. She clutched her phone tightly, heart pounding. Moments later, PK shuffled into the room with the air of a man weighed down by secrets. His usual jovial demeanor was replaced by a pensive frown, and Dorit, always the picture of poise, straightened her shoulders as he sat down across from her. "PK, what is it?" she asked, her voice laced with unease. PK sighed deeply, running a hand over his balding head. "Dorit, there's no easy way to say this, but I think it's time we ended things." Dorit blinked, stunned into silence. For a moment, she thought she had misheard him. "And what, PK? What are you talking about?" "Our marriage," he said bluntly. "I want a divorce." The unraveling begins. For a woman who had faced the wrath of Erika Jayne, feuded with Lisa Vanderpump, and survived a robbery that had shaken her to her core, Dorit thought she had developed a thick skin. But PK's words hit like a sledgehammer. "Are you out of your bloody mind?" she spat, her voice rising in indignation. "After everything we've been through, after building this life together, you want to throw it all away?" PK looked guilty but resolute. "It's not like that, Dorit. I'm not happy anymore. And if I'm being honest, I don't think you are either." "That's not your decision to make," she snapped. "What is this really about? Money troubles? Another woman? Oh, don't tell me it's another one of your harebrained business schemes gone bust." PK flinched at her sharp words, but didn't deny them outright. Instead, he offered a weak smile. "It's none of that, I swear. I just think it's better for both of us if we part ways now. Clean break, before things get messier." But Dorit wasn't buying it. Her finely tuned instincts told her there was more to this story. "Is this about the prenup, PK? Because we both know our 10-year anniversary is around the corner. And if you divorce me now, you walk away with more of our assets." PK's eyes darted away, a telltale sign of guilt. "It's not about money," he lied unconvincingly. "The countdown to 10 years. Dorit's mind raced as she pieced it all together. The timing was too coincidental. Their 10-year wedding anniversary was a mere 2 months away, and under the terms of their prenup, hitting that milestone meant a significantly larger payout for Dorit in the event of a divorce. PK's sudden urgency to split was clearly a calculated move to protect his finances. "You coward," she hissed, standing up and towering over him. "You're not divorcing me because you're unhappy. You're divorcing me because you're greedy." PK stood too, his voice rising to match hers. "Greedy? Dorit, do you hear yourself? I've spent the last decade bending over backwards to keep you happy, to keep up with your bloody lifestyle. I'm drowning in debt, and all you care about is another designer handbag." "Oh, don't you dare blame me for your financial incompetence," she shot back. "You knew exactly who I was when you married me. If you couldn't handle the pressure, you should have stayed in your dingy flat in London." The room fell silent as both of them processed the venom in their words. The Housewives react. As news of PK's bombshell move began to leak, thanks to Dorit venting to Kyle Richards during an impromptu FaceTime call, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast quickly took sides. "Honestly, I'm not surprised," Erica Jane said bluntly during lunch with Sutton Strack and Barcel Bovath. "PK's always been shady. He's probably trying to weasel out before Dorit cleans him out." Garcelle nodded sympathetically. "Poor Dorit, she must be devastated. But I mean, prenup or not, she's no fool. She'll come out of this just fine." Meanwhile, Kyle tried to play peacemaker, inviting Dorit and PK to a friendly dinner in hopes of reconciliation. The dinner, however, devolved into chaos when Dorit arrived wearing a black sequin gown that screamed funeral, and PK showed up with his lawyer in tow. A surprising ally. The last person Dorit expected to come to her defense was Lisa Vanderpump. Despite their falling out years ago, Lisa reached out to Dorit privately after hearing about the looming divorce. "Darling, if there's one thing I know about PK, it's that he's always looking out for number one," Lisa said over a glass of rosé at her West Hollywood restaurant. "But don't let him win. Fight back. And if you need a good lawyer, I have the best in town on speed dial." Dorit hesitated but ultimately accepted Lisa's help. Despite their history, she couldn't deny that Lisa knew how to play the game better than anyone. PK's next move. As Dorit geared up for a battle, PK seemed to be unraveling. His attempts to keep their financial troubles under wraps failed spectacularly when it was revealed that several of his business ventures were in shambles. Tabloids pounced on the story, painting PK as a desperate man trying to save his own skin. "PK's whole empire is crumbling," an anonymous source told Page 6. "Divorcing Dorit before their 10-year anniversary is just his way of cutting his losses." But PK wasn't going down without a fight. He began making public appearances, giving carefully crafted interviews where he portrayed himself as the victim. "I love Dorit, but sometimes two people grow apart," he said in one interview. "This is about doing what's best for our family." Dorit's power play. Unwilling to let PK control the narrative, Dorit launched her own PR offensive. She appeared on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where she broke down in tears while telling her side of the story. "PK blindsided me," she confessed, "but I'm stronger than he thinks. If he wants a war, he's going to get one." Her vulnerability won over fans, and soon #Team Dorit was trending on social media. The fallout. As the weeks dragged on, it became clear that neither side was willing to back down. Their once perfect marriage devolved into a public spectacle, with each new revelation fueling tabloid headlines. Dorit, however, had one final ace up her sleeve. With Lisa Vanderpump's help, she uncovered financial documents that painted PK in a far worse light than anyone had imagined. Armed with this evidence, she confronted him during a tense mediation session. You wanted to leave me before our 10-year anniversary? Fine, she said, her voice steady. But don't think for a second you're walking away unscathed. PK's face turned ashen as he realized the game was up. The final chapter.